Leo, 2022 is all about your career and your home life. You're going to be experiencing major shifts and changes on both fronts. Needless to say, your attention is going to be pulled in two different directions. But what this year is going to teach you is how to have the best of both worlds. Want to know more? Keep watching and I'll explain all about it. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Mel of Divine Feminine Works, and as always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, spirituality, and manifestation. So if those are the things you like, if those are the things you love, if those are the things you want to learn more about, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. And speaking of content, head over to Instagram and follow me over there at Divine Feminine Works. Every day, I've got a whole bunch of content on tarot, astrology, spirituality, and manifestation. All right, so head over there and follow me. All right, so I am so excited to be bringing you this video because this is the video of the year. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, this is the one you definitely want to watch. Actually, this series, because I'm going to be breaking it down by sign, okay? But this is the 2022 astrology forecast. One of my favorite phrases is when you know better, you do better. And if you know what's coming ahead in the coming year, rest assured you're going to be prepared and you're going to know exactly what to do. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, Leo. So for you, 2022 is about finding the balance between your work and career on the one hand and your home and domestic affairs on the other. You know, oftentimes we feel like we have to sacrifice one for the other. We feel like if we have to go after our career and, you know, do all of that or even our own business, it's like our home life suffers. And the reverse is also true. If we focus on home and family, then our career kind of suffers. Well, this year is going to show you how to integrate the two so that you can be successful at both, hopefully. So let's get into the year chronologically and see what's in store for you. So we start off the year, January and February, with Venus retrograde and Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. And this is going down in your 6th house of work and health. Venus retrograde is all about reevaluating our relationships and our money. And so with the 6th house being work and health, this is sort of reevaluating your relationship with your day-to-day activities, because the work that you do in the 6th house is the work that you do for others. So it's your job, it's the service that you provide for others. And also your relationship with your health. How healthy are you? Is your work affecting your health? Are you healthy? Is there a healthy balance? You know, Venus also rules balance and fairness. Is there a healthy balance between taking care of others and taking care of yourself? These are the questions that Venus retrograde in Capricorn are going to ask of you at the top of the year. And it's not about taking action. So you may be reevaluating these things, but it's not going to be the time to act on them. Once Venus goes direct at the end of January, then you're going to want to sort of address those issues. But for the top of the year, you're really just going to want to think and reevaluate on those things. Next up in April, we have a partial solar eclipse in your 10th house of Taurus. And this is the balance I was talking about before. So the 10th house is your house of career and public life. And so with a solar eclipse, which represents the new moon lunar phase, it's all about newness when it comes to your career and your public life. So at that time, you may start a new job, start your own business. There just may be a breath of fresh air with respect to your career and your public life, particularly with the presence of Uranus in Taurus as well. Things are going to be shaking up in new and exciting ways. Technology may also play a very important part in your career and public life. So at this time, you may want to start a YouTube channel. You may want to ramp up your social media. Anything digital and online, you're going to want to plant those seeds at that time. And again, that's in April. Now, in May, we have Jupiter entering Aries to stay until October. And this is going to be in your 9th house of higher education and long distance travel. This is going to be the time where you're not only going to want to expand your horizons by learning new things, by maybe traveling to new and exotic places. It's also going to represent an expansion of your spiritual life as well. This may be the time when you sort of link up with gurus or shamans or pastors or anyone who's going to help you along your spiritual journey. You may find that people from far and wide actually contribute to your spiritual journey. So it's a very exciting time, learning new things, broadening your horizons. And again, that's Jupiter in Aries, and that's going to be going down from May until October. Jupiter is also a very beneficial planet. So expect blessings on the spiritual front as well during that time. Also in May, we have a total lunar eclipse in the 4th house. So remember I said that at the partial solar eclipse back in April, that's when you have a breath of fresh air in your career sector and your public life. Now in May, with the lunar eclipse going down in your 4th house, this is going to bring your attention back to your family and your domestic affairs. Something is going to happen, and it may be something sort of major because we're talking about an eclipse that really brings attention to your private life. Maybe it shows you that you've been neglecting your home life. Maybe it shows that you've had this breath of fresh air in your career sector. And now maybe it's really time for you to relinquish some of your control and some of your responsibilities at home. But regardless, this is going to show you where things haven't been working at home or with family members in an attempt to eradicate it or at least fix it in your life so you can have that balance between career and home. All right. Now, from October to November, we have Saturn square Uranus. And if you watched my general 2022 astro forecast, this is the aspect of the year, right? This is the aspect that we've been dealing with at the tail end of 2021 and definitely until 2022, specifically during October and November. And this is sort of the conflict between boundaries and structure on the one hand and freedom on the other. And this is going down between your 7th house of relationships and your 10th house of career and public life. So for you, how this may play out is you have a relationship or a commitment of some sort that is in conflict with your work life. The two are like, you have certain responsibilities that you have to a partner, to a commitment, even to a business partner or a contract or agreement. But you have this energy in your career that's new, that's fresh, that's different, that's sort of rebellious. How is that going to affect your relationship? Can your relationship withstand this new career life that you have or this new direction that you're taking your career? That is sort of the conflict that's going to play out for you between October and November. And it's sort of finding a middle ground between the two. It's sort of being able to be comfortable with the two. Compromise and sacrifice may need to be made, but if you can sort of get everyone on board, that's like the best case scenario, right? All right. Also in October, we have a partial solar eclipse in your 4th house. Solar eclipses are new moons. So you had a lunar eclipse in your 4th house in May, and now in October, you have a solar eclipse. So this means that in October, now you're going to have the ability to start something new at home. Maybe it's new family members. Maybe it's a new residence. Maybe you're moving to a new home. Maybe you're purchasing a home. Whatever it is, it's something new on the home front. And it's going to be kind of major because, again, we're talking about an eclipse. Also in October, we have Mars retrograde in Gemini, which is going to be your 11th house. Mars is a planet of action. It's an enterprising planet. It's a planet of bold, dynamic energy. But when Mars is retrograde, you're unmotivated, you're tired, you're lethargic, you're not very driven with wherever Mars retrograde is in your chart. And for you, that's your 11th house. So going after some of your lifelong ambitions and dreams, you may not feel motivated to do so. Communing with friends, friendship and associations and groups that you belong to, you may not be really motivated to be active in those things. But Mars retrograde will give you the opportunity to really think about those things, reevaluate those things, and hit the ground running when Mars goes direct in January of 2023. And then finally in October, we have Jupiter going back into Pisces, which is your 8th house. Jupiter in Pisces Jupiter is actually at home in Pisces, so it's very comfortable. For you in your 8th house, this is going to be a spiritual transformation. If it's not a spiritual transformation, it's going to be a financial transformation, particularly having to do with other people's money. This could be a partner, this could be a spouse, this could be a bank, this could be an insurance company, any sort of lending institution. This is where you're going to get money. Either something great is going to happen with your partner. Perhaps you're married, your partner gets a promotion, and now you have more money coming into the house. Maybe you have a tax issue that has suddenly resolved itself and now you're getting an extra refund or something like that. That's pretty much how that's going to play out in October. And then finally in November, we have the last eclipse of the year, which is a total lunar eclipse in your 10th house of Taurus, your 10th house of career and public life. And so this is bringing us back full circle. We started out the year with a solar eclipse in your 10th house, which was all about breathing a new breath of fresh air into your career. Now that you've had a year to sort of work everything out with that, now the full moon is going to show you just how far you've come, or the lunar eclipse is going to show you how far you've come. It's also going to show you what hasn't been working and what you need or what will be eclipsed out of your life in order for something new and better to be had. All right. So again, for you, Leo, 2022 is all about your home life versus your work life. Melding the two, making both work, and having the best of both worlds. All right, my loves, that has been the Astro Forecast for 2022. I sincerely hope that you were able to glean some information that may be helpful to you in the coming year. As always, it is my pleasure and a privilege to be bringing this information to you. I wish you nothing but the best. I mean, the absolute best for 2022. This is going to be a year to remember, and I sincerely hope that it brings you everything that your heart truly desires. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next year. Take care.